Hi there, and welcome along to this brand new channel. And it's all about me and my husband's journey into a more comfortable and financially independent retirement. Now, if you think I'm too young to enjoy a channel like this, well, I used to think that too. It sneaks up on you when you least expect it and you're living your life. Seriously. So, if you want to retire early, and even if you're maybe in your 60s before your state pension age, which for you could well be in your 70s, um, I want you to start thinking about it now. It will be here before you know it. It just sneaks up on you, seriously. Um, so, anyway, a wee bit about me before we start. I'm 60, nearly 61, and my husband is 64 this year. He works full time, and I run a small part time business. We are both paid weekly. And I took early retirement at 55 and retired with two work pensions, which I paid monthly, which is really, really useful. They come in really handy. Um, we have our own home, and our mortgage is paid up next year. So we would be mortgage free, and at that point, we would be completely debt free as well, which would be amazing. And I've been working towards that over maybe the last few years anyway. Um, so what would we want to do? Um, is basically to save over the next few years so that when my husband stops working, I can too, because obviously I won't be retiring with a state pension at that point. Um, I won't get it until I'm 67, so I'll be 4 years without it. So any money that we can put away now will will help to fund our lifestyle. That's what's going to be happening. So what's our lifestyle going to be? Well, I'll maybe paint a wee picture for you. We want to travel together. At the moment, we have a small caravan that we've loved traveling in. Oh, she's amazing. Yes, she is a she. um, we've now bought a car that we want to convert to a camper van. It's got a tow bar, so we can choose to holiday in the caravan or the camper van. So it's going to be the best of both worlds for us. Well, that's the plan. That is the plan. And it all really depends on the finance, whether I can do that, retire, and live the life I really want to live. It's as simple as that. You know, those are my choices. Don't retire or retire and enjoy yourself. So it's got to be the retirement one, I think. Um, so over the next few years, I'm going to be going over our finances and creating a budget so that we can go travelling without breaking the bank. Is that doable? I certainly hope so, because that's the plan. So how am I going to do it? Well, what you see in front of you just now is the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom, and she's an American budgeter, a YouTuber and blogger, just an all-round general good egg. Honestly, she's fabulous. I love her to bits, and I've been following her plan for the last few years, not religiously, but certainly maybe about 85-90% of it, and I love it. It's actually opened my eyes to my finances, that maybe I was a wee bit, I wasn't taking it seriously before. I certainly taking it seriously now. So I've been using her printable uh, forms up to now. But I've taken the plunge. I've seen someone else who did it as well, and she's a fabulous budgeter, and I love her, the way she handles her money, and just the way she does things. Uh, she's got such determination and such drive, and it's the Rainbow Budgets. I think she's just really, really good, and she sort of inspired me to do to come on here, because do you know something, what I've got from watching all the fabulous YouTube channels that are out there about budgeting in particular, is the fact that they're taking control of their lives and they're taking control of their finances, and a lot of them are making such fabulous progress, and it's so inspiring, honestly. And the thing about this type of budgeting, and the fact that people are sharing it, is really, really, it's actually encouraged me to do it too. Basically, it's going to help me to focus, and it's going to hopefully help me to get to where I want to be. in a few years' time, which is travelling up and down the country in my camper van and my caravan. So this is the start of it for me. So this is the paycheck workbook that she has sent me, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm just going to move some of this out the way to let you see some of it, okay? And this is the workbook. It's such good quality, guys. It's probably a wee bit pricey, but not for the quality. I don't think it's overpriced. I think it's fabulous. It's really fabulous. I'm not going to get into it in any great detail today because I'm just going to show you how I've been using it. It came at the start of February for me, so it was too late to start in January. But this won't go to waste. I will start using this next January. But I'll tell you something, I'm going to be ordering another one for next year. So I've actually started in February, and this is where I have started it. It's with the paycheck, budget by paycheck calendar. And what she advises you to do is to put everything in there that affects your life and your budget. Basically, how you pay your bills, your fuel, your food shopping. But she also talks about maybe putting your paydays in, also your savings, your appointments. So I've put down here appointments and meetups are in this sort of greeny blue colour. My deliveries, I get a lot of deliveries from Parcel Force and Asda. So they're in a lovely bright pink, so they stand out. And I do a 1p savings challenge as well. So I've in this dusky pink, that's highlighted in dusky pink, and I'll be filling them in it every week and then just putting it on my budget tracker at the end. Or sorry, my expense tracker. I've done this because I found that in my first week of using this, that these wee boxes get filled up really quite quickly. So although I had put that when I'm going to be looking after my granddaughter, that's obviously an appointment of a sort. It just tells me when these things are going to happen. So it's part of my life, so it goes on the planner. That's the way she works it. Sorry, before we go any further, I have got a bit of a cold. My granddaughter has given me it, and she can't keep anything to herself, so I do get a bit breathless. Excuse me, I'm just going to pause. I just had to cough and take a drink. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I put all these things on there. But because it's taking up so much room on here, I'm going to start putting week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 and put them on this side. So rather than have goals for the month, which I'll put maybe at the bottom, they'll appear on here. And this is what it's all about, isn't it? There's no right way and there's no wrong way to do these sorts of things. It's how you want to make them work for you. And that's what it's all about. It's making it work for you. So that's the spread at the moment. Oh, the other thing I meant to say is I wasn't sure whether I was actually going to use stickers or not. I love stickers. I've been on, honestly, but I don't want to, I've been on Etsy and oh gosh, you could spend a fortune, you really could. But this is all about saving money. It's about not spending as much as you normally would. So I have limited myself. I have been on and I have bought a few, just a couple. And I had got them from the Plump Planner, and she's so lovely. She really is such so helpful. And she's sent me some stickers out, and I've got my bill due ones, I've got fuel tracker ones, I've got go to the bank, which I go to, well, at least once a week. I've got food shopping ones as well. And I just love them. I just love them. Our stickers are lovely. And as I say, she's so helpful. So check it out. Check it out. She's fabulous. So yeah, I am restricting myself though, and I'm not spending it. And I'm actually going to open a wee envelope for things for my budget planner. So this was my first week. And February is very much going to be a bit of a trial run for me using this budget by paycheck book, because although I've been using her printables, the printables seem a wee bit simpler somehow. When you put it all together in a book, it seems a wee bit more, I don't know, complicated. It's not. I think it's as complicated as you want to make it, and I'm starting to realise that. But it's getting into a system with it that's going to be important for me. So obviously, my income, my husband's income will go up there. Any bills now, week 1 and week 2, bills wise for us are the big weeks. So you will see week 1 and week 2 are going to be more busy. So that's why that was this week was so busy. I've started my cash envelopes now. The priority, and she's always on about this, the budget mom, is prioritize your goals basically. And my goal is to retire with my husband, so I need to make sure we've got as much money in the bank that we can do that, and that is what my priority is. So clothing is no longer my priority. Makeup, beauty, get my hair done, get my nails done, those are no longer my priorities. I will get them done occasionally, but to be perfectly honest, I've got to let them go slightly, because if whatever I spend today, it means I'm not going to have that money in the future to travel with or to do my camper van up with. So it's got to go because it's not my priority. These things here that you see on my sinking funds and my envelopes are my priority. So like food, fuel, dog food, miscellaneous, which is going to cover so many things, believe me. It's going to be my priority in the next couple of years. My sinking fund's similar. Now, I've got a current account, which obviously tracks, all my bills come out of, and they're on direct debits or standing orders. But I've also got some on my online banking, some savings accounts. So I've got one for Christmas, one for birthdays, and one for British Gas, which is my gas and electricity. And I will be putting money into the bank every week to cover those, and they'll be roughly the same. At the moment, I'm budgeting, say, £35 for my Christmas a week. Birthdays will be £25 a week. We have got quite a large family, immediate family. I've got one son, a daughter-in-law, and a granddaughter, and my husband's got 4 children with partners, and he's got 8 grandchildren. So there's a lot we spend over birthdays and Christmas. In my cash envelope folder or wallet, and all my cash envelopes will go in there. I've also got another wallet here for sinking funds, which they're both the same wallet, basically just a different colour. And in that sinking fund wallet, I have got a car envelope, our car sinking fund, and that's going to be for tax, insurance, maintenance, MOT, that sort of thing. There's one for my camper van conversion, and there's one for my friend too. It's going to be 60 this year, so that's a sort of short term one. I think she's 60 in May. I don't need to think about it. She's 60 in May. In extra day, I will be putting in when I see how much money I've got left, and extra savings again I will check out at the end of the week. So I've started filling in my budget tracker for this week coming. And it's very similar, but we've got no bills. And I've also started filling in my budget tracker for the week, the 18th to the 24th of February as well. And again, no bills at that particular point in the month, but my sinking funds and my cash envelopes are very similar. It's when you get to the 25th to the 3rd of March, things start to hot up a wee bit, because there's more income. The reason for that is that my husband gets paid weekly, but we don't spend his money until these bills start to come in. So they go into a bank account, and then that money comes out to cover 2 weeks of bills, basically. This time round, it'll be the 25th to the 3rd. That's when my mortgage, a loan, critical illness, council tax, and an insurance at the DVLA will come out. And then the following month, which will be my March month, from the 4th of March, it will be my second lot of bills come out as well. So these 2 weeks tend to be the busiest week money-wise. Again, food, all my cash envelopes, all that sort of stuff is exactly the same, and so is my sinking funds. I have started filling out my expense tracker as well, and I've taken her advice and started using the highlighter method, where you're highlighting budget categories, so that you can spot a trend, like how much you're spending in food over the course of the month, how much you're spending on fuel over the course of the month, and it helps you to identify where your money is going. So I started when I got it, but that actually fell into last month's finances. So I thought, well, if I'm doing weekly budgets, I should really be doing weekly expense trackers as well. So I drew a line and I started week 1, and then we're now into week 2, and I will track that that way. And hopefully it works out. As I say, this is all an experiment this week to see how it goes. My cash expense tracker is going to be exactly the same. As you can see, I'm not doing terribly well with it, but that will get better. Believe me, it will get better. But there's so much I need to sort out with this one. But yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. There is a debt payment plan, and I've started to look more seriously at the debt that we have. We do have a small amount. It's not huge, but it's enough to make a difference in how much I can save. So we've got to look at that. There's a net worth tracker. I am going to look into this. This is quite interesting from my point of view, because we are at retirement age, just to see what our assets and our liabilities are, and to check that out. It's quite interesting. Where did my money go is going to be one of my favourite things, I think, because again, it's going to show a trend, what the trends are and how much our savings are progressing. So these are going to be quite interesting from my point of view. And then comparing it month to month as well is a really fabulous idea. So I'm going to definitely get into that as well. And this, do you know something? This food planner, or the monthly meal plan, is going to be fabulous. The one thing I did notice when I started doing this properly is I think my budget for the month is too low. And I think this is the problem. If I'm going to overspend on anything in my budget, I think it's going to be in my food or my grocery category. So I need to look into that going into March. But I have started, and it looks terribly simple, with ribs and chicken, Chinese pork chops, chicken. I eat a lot of chicken, by the way. I eat it in different ways, but I do eat it. I lost a plot a bit in the middle, but then, you know, I sort of clawed it back by the end of the week. We did have a meal out for St. Valentine's Day, old romantics that we are. And we had roast chicken last night, and this is we're having leftovers tonight. So I'm going out with my friend on Friday, and we'll be eating out. So I'm putting that there. But this is going to be really helpful for me. But I am going to look into this. This is one of my priorities, is to tackle my monthly food budget. And I've got something up my sleeve that might help me do that, because I've always found that a bit difficult. You know what it's like. You're looking at I tend to do a lot of online grocery shopping, and you look at your budget and you think, I've got £60. And then you see offers, you know, buy 3 of these for £10. And you think, I can't really afford to do that. I'm looking into actually having a monthly budget, a proper monthly budget. And then I thought, well, how can I do it? I've actually thought of a way, but I will talk to you about that in the next video. Any thoughts and notes? And again, things like that, you know, working out your monthly food budget, making changes to things. This will be sort of going forward into the next month. That's going to be so helpful. These wee things are a fabulous idea. Cash envelope tailor slips, just putting down exactly the denominations of notes that you want. It doesn't really apply to me because I get paid in cash. So I probably won't need these very often, but they're handy to have just in case I do. And then we're going into March, which is our lovely next month. And it's my birthday month. So that's nice. Something to look forward to. But yeah, I've started laying down my stickers on my calendar. And this obviously will be from the last paycheck in February. All my paydays are marked, and the rest of my bills are marked as well. So I'm starting to lay that down. So that basically is what I've done so far with my budget planner. I showed you these just a wee while ago, and I love them. These are my wallets, and I've had them for quite a while now. My friend got me this one. This was my very first one, and it is the Filofax Saffiano. I'm sure it's Saffiano. When I open it up, I'll let you know. So yeah, and it's a lovely, it's a caramel colour, which is really quite nice. Just looks like a purse, basically. But when you open it up, you'll see the difference. It's got a 6-ring binder, which is fabulous. It opens at the side. It's actually got like a diary section when you buy it. I took that out right away, and I still got it if I ever need it for writing anything down. It's a bit mucky there. But what it has got, it's got a wee loop there for a pen. So if you're out and about and you want to write down what you've spent, the thing about this one is it doesn't come out with me. It stays in the house because it's for my sinking funds. But if I need, there's a wee coin pocket there. So if you've any coins flying about or for your 1p challenge, you can go in there. Lots and lots of space to put things. And look at that. That's just, it's great really. And it's the same at the back. Lots of card holders, space for receipts, all that sort of thing. This is 2 vouchers for eating out, gift vouchers that I've not used yet, so we'll use them in the next month probably. But my sinking funds are here, and the sinking funds that we've got at the moment are one for our car, and this will be, as I said, for MOT, insurance, tax, any maintenance, tyres, that sort of thing. So putting money away into that every week, sorry. This is our camper van conversion envelope, so I'm starting to save for that. And there's no time scale for this. This will probably take a while, so that's okay. And my friend's birthday envelope. There's one for my husband, and there's also very hopefully there's a clothing and beauty envelope there as well, just in case I have any extra cash that I can save that particular month. So that is my lovely sinking funds envelope, but my cash envelope's going to this one, and I love this colour. This is a beautiful colour. And again, it's got the coin purse, which I keep a few things in there. It's got a wee pen holder as well. It's got a pen just in case I want to write anything down. Lots, it's exactly the same as the sinking funds one. I've got some money to take to the bank. I've also got my credit card there. I've got 2 Boots the Chemist gift voucher things there, and that's my card for work, my business. That's the money I'm taking to the bank. And the cash envelopes that I've got in here at the moment are, and remember guys, I mean, and you sometimes see these fabulous YouTubers and budgeters with lots of different envelopes, and it's fabulous. You know, you're saving for every eventuality. I'm concentrating, remember that, I'm concentrating on my retirement and having money in the bank. So it's saving for me. It's just savings in general. So what have I got? So I've got food, I've got fuel, I've got dog food, can't forget dog, and you've got miscellaneous, which is going to cover so many things, honestly. So that's what my cash envelopes are going to look like. And they've got, do you know, I meant to tell you, these are the ones from the Budget Mom. And if you actually go on to her, a wee tip here, if you go onto her website, and she has got free resources, which you can, once you've actually subscribed to her site, she sends you a wee password, and you can get into free resources, and they're brilliant. You know, you can print them off for free and use them whenever you make them up and use them. They're really great, and they've come with a wee tracker with category and amount that you're saving every week or every month, whatever, or bi-monthly, whatever it is for you. A wee subject bit there that you can put whatever the envelope is actually for. And it's a fabulous resource. You can buy them if you see ones for specific things. Like she's got one for Black Friday, she's got Christmas ones, she's got New Year ones, St. Valentine's Day ones, all this sorts of things. But to be perfectly honest, and I have paid for them before and I have printed them off before, but once you've paid for them, you know, you're not going to pay for them again. You've got that resource to use over and over and over again, which is fabulous. So I love them. I love them. And you can put coins in that as well, and it's no problem. It's absolutely no problem at all. And they hold coins really, really well. So those are my two wallets, which you'll be seeing often in my cash stuffing videos. So guys, that is basically a quick introduction to how I'm going to be doing things. Hopefully it's something you will be interested in watching, and don't forget, this is going to happen to you at some point. You will have to face retirement, so this might be quite interesting for you if it's something that you want to save for. Don't leave it to the last minute like I've done. Don't get me wrong, we're not going to be destitute, we're not. However, we could be in a lot better situation. So if you want to be in that better situation, please start thinking about it now, and maybe following a channel like this might just get you thinking along those lines. So please subscribe to the channel, and please hit the wee bell, because it tells you when my videos are going to be available to watch. Any comments, suggestions, anything like that at all, please let me know as well. I would love to read about them, or how maybe you're using this workbook that might be slightly different from me. That would be so helpful too. So get back to me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care and have a lovely week until I see you next time. And yeah, bye. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye bye.